Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Alabash savages. I like boobs. I,
Yeah,
I,
he liked
I,
him so much. I didn't hear.
I like boobs.
Hey, boobs,
Jack!
boobs.
Uh, well, at least I
Okay.
got Moon to yell boobs.
Maybe he's
Moonshock.
Hello. Well,
Jeez.
whoa, he's not me. I'm not him.
All right.
I tried replugging it in and my microphone was all fucky. Hi!
Yes, and to answer your greeting for me, I'm all full of drugs right now. Woo!
Yeah. Moon decided to go on meth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
No. Wait, no, not those kind of drugs.
Pterodaimantis.
Is this going to be like streaming with Mr. Adam? How much drugs are you on?
Let's see. It wasn't a very big bag when they administered it. So.
And this week's special guest, Kyiverdam.
Hello.
Oh, gee, that's not very energetic.
Hi!
That's better.
All right. So, how are you guys doing?
Well, let's see. I had my first day of immunotherapy today. Overall, not too bad.
My shift is going to change starting Monday. I'll be starting and ending a half hour later,
Yeah.
which should be fun.
What'd you say?
I
Oh,
had to watch HGTV this week, so I'm kind of pissed.
you had to, or
I gotta say, I'm surprised that you don't like HGTV.
No, HGTV is. I was talking to Braniel about this earlier. If you were to, if you,
About property owners. Roll call.
Spot!
are, am I still on the air?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just I ran out of bullshit. No. Yeah, but no. HGTV is the bane of my existence now. So what the hell it's is terrible. that? Like, I've never heard of it.
Home and garden. You know. It's
It used to be
basically middle-aged woman programming.
It's for property owners. You know, people who should vote.
It used to be what do you call it? It used to be do-it-yourself television kind of stuff, and then slowly over the years it turned into house flippers. It's basically all just house flippers programming now, and those shows are just terrible. They're just awful.
Why are you watching it?
I was forced to. I was at the dentist's office.
Oh, that's why.
For how long?
Yeah. For
How long were you at
for over an hour.
That's not too bad.
Anyway.
I remember House Hunters. My grandma saw an episode where the lady was obsessed with Mickey Mouse.
These people are just talentless hacks, and they destroy houses. They literally destroy houses.
She had her head just shaped like Mickey Mouse, had Mickey Mouse everything all over the house.
Well, speaking of terrible pain, let's go to our first article. Thoughts on the sublime martyrdom of Aaron Bushnell.
Oh.
Hmm?
What do we got here? John White?
I was commenting on this earlier. Sublime is a peculiar word to use, considering it technically means transferring directly from solid to a gaseous state.
It was a serviceman of the United States Air Force, apparently. He set himself on fire.
Let's see. The tyrant dies and his rule is over. The martyr dies and his rule begins. Soren Kierkegaard.
Oh, here we go.
Whatever was going through the mind of U.S. Airman Aaron Bushnell as he walked towards the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., intent on self-immolation. It was not mental illness, as his legion of detractors claim.
Does anybody want to see what this guy looks like? Link is in
Not
chat.
really.
Link's in chat. You know you want to see this guy. He looks like a complete asshole.
He looks really happy.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Yes.
taking a mug shot.
Ugh.
No, here
I
was
mean, he
a
looks
young-
like a guy.
yeah, I don't know why he decided to take a photo of him looking incredibly angry.
Okay.
No, here was a young man intent on sending humanity a message, not just in our time, but for the ages. It was an act of self-sacrifice forged in the crucible of psychosis that has long been presented to us as the best of all possible worlds. The moral injury inflicted on every right-thinking person over the course of Israel's 5 months of genocidal slaughter has been tantamount to placing us all on a rocket ship back in time to every genocide there has been.
Look, if you think that setting yourself on fire is such a great thing, then do us a favor and set yourself on fire, will you?
Yes, then you'll actually be a real Bernie bro.
Look, I'm not concerned about this whole thing because some guy set himself on fire. Guess what? On the principle of the thing, you should be allowed to set yourself on fire. I'm more concerned because obviously this man was mentally ill. Because only a mentally ill person would set themselves on fire.
Now, they said earlier that there was no mental illness.
Or
There
maybe
was-
they're Daredevil and they wanted to see what it felt like
No, I mean,
before.
I can see if someone is, for some reason, particularly passionate about a war that has nothing to do with them, but like as a protest, I could see setting yourself on fire as being some sort of attempt to become a martyr. I think he did it in the wrong way. I don't think anyone will remember his name in 2 weeks. But I can understand the thinking behind it. I just think it would have made more sense if it was his war. Like if he was like a Palestinian doing this, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. But he's just some random American, but not the one that we know.
I will say the attempt to be a martyr in the first place it's one of those things that inherently blurs the line between sanity and insanity. Because the fact is that some people do in fact become martyrs, and the deaths of some people do stand for something. And so does everybody who attempts to become a martyr do so because they're insane? I don't know.
I don't think you're a martyr if you didn't have to die.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
Yeah,
if you
there's no
die,
reason that he had to die. So
like if you die like fighting, a battle that you could never win at all, then maybe you could be a martyr if it was for a good cause and all that.
Yeah.
But as I implied, I think he was just trying to do "Wish You Were Here" cosplay.
yeah,
Yeah, no, this guy was pretty clearly just like look at me. This very strongly smells like look at me.
I mean, I just assume anything that I see on social media was done because of look at me.
In the process, it has forced us to reappraise and examine all the received truths, by which we were conditioned to believe in the very concept of Western civilization. Aaron Bushnell made the decision to rebel against those received truths, and in the process expose them for the sham and the lie that they are. Perfectly lucid, calmly, and with the purpose of a man pure of heart, and with complete fidelity to a cause greater than himself, he walked a few short steps to the entrance to the Israeli embassy in Washington, and there, without so much as a second's hesitation, having already provided the world with his reasons for embarking on this journey into legend, he poured the flammable liquid over himself and set himself on fire, screaming through the indescribable agony the words "Free Palestine" again and again until the flames finally consumed his being.
That makes sense. I think he was actually Jewish, and he thought he could get Palestine for free.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, he's like, give me Palestine for free because I'm not paying for it because I'm a Jew. Okay, now it makes sense.
What courage! What divine courage! What a j'accuse against a world gone mad in the throes of the normalization of genocide in our time. Then consider for a moment the optics of this extreme example of the propaganda of the deed. Here we had the human product of conventional whiteness, a serving member of the U.S. military dressed in his khakis, a poster child for mainstream America, engaging in an act of death in solidarity with a colonized indigenous brown people of a land he'd never been to.
You mean colonized?
There you
Yeah.
go.
This just in, the only way that you can redeem yourself from your white privilege is to literally murder yourself.
Well, actually, no, because I saw a meme on Twitter that I think spoke truth. It is, was I a good leftist? Like, it's this guy talking to death. And he goes, no, you're still white.
Yeah. And also now all the BLM types are pissed because people are saying rest in power.
Yes.
What?
Which sounds retarded for anybody.
Yes.
But apparently it's supposed to be a black thing.
Yes.
Rest in power. Okay, I gotta look this meme up. Rest in power.
It's just what they say about. It's just what they say about like the George Floyds and Breonna Taylors and all that stuff.
The
Yeah.
official says it's an expression used to mourn, remember, or celebrate a deceased person, especially someone who is thought to have struggled against systemic prejudice such as homophobia, transphobia, racism, or suffered because of it, particularly in Black and LGBTQ communities.
It's the sort of thing you would say if you value power above all else.
That just seems so fucking self-centered.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god. That is no, just no. Rip my Negroes.
It gets better.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
When Frosted says it gets better, that can't possibly be right.
The transcendence.
It never gets better.
The transcendence of so many cultural, racial, and confected barriers involved provides us with a glimpse of a future shorn of white supremacy, cultural bias, and national particularism. This is precisely what the bastards who rule over us fear most. Indeed, it makes the apostles of imperialism tremble at the prospect of revolution at the gates.
Wait,
I have an idea. You should truly terrify the establishment, get every communist in the country to set themselves on fire, really make a statement.
Well, this guy,
communists
is
out there, we will be
actually-
so scared if you do that.
Is he actually criticizing the message by saying this is precisely what the bastards who rule over us fear most? Dude, the last I saw, the person that your kind likes the most is in power.
I hate to break this to you, but you're never going to get communists to set themselves on fire. It would require them to do anything more than nothing.
I mean, they might set themselves on fire just to keep warm.
They would set if you put a bath of fire in front of them, they might walk into it just because they're too lazy to do anything more.
As the saying goes, give a man a fire and he's warm for the night. Set a man on fire and he's warm for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
You're a sadistic bastard. You know that, Terry. I love it. But you know what burns the easiest though? Hair. Just ask Michael Jackson. Oh wait, he's dead.
Ask Richard Pryor. Oh wait, he's dead.
Oh, I was gonna name him next.
Let's see. Aaron Bushnell's self-immolation was not an act of suicide. It was an act of heroism.
So it's definitely an act of suicide.
Setting yourself on fire is heroic. Okay.
Regardless of what you think of it, it is definitionally an act of suicide.
Christ on the cross himself could not have conceived of such a profound service to humanity.
Oh,
No, I
wow.
agree. More lefties should kill themselves. This is true.
You're fine.
Jesus didn't have a choice in the matter.
No, he didn't.
Also, he
kinda
didn't kill
did. He could have just
himself.
gotten his dad to bail him out.
Also, he didn't kill himself. He just like submitted himself to his oppressors.
What the hell is that?
That
Oh, that must have been a cat rubbing up against the mic.
Yeah, that's Clarice.
are you like using your mic like a cheese grater for the cat?
The mic's on top of my laptop, and she's just rubbing her face against. I don't know why they do that. Because it feels good or something. Stop! Stop! Come on!
That just sounded wrong. I mean, I get it. You want to have nachos, but damn.
It was the interjection.
That was Keeve's cat going, I'm gonna let you finish. This guy who set himself on fire in front of an embassy was better than Jesus. Let's see.
So he has a god complex.
Man.
Or this author thinks he had a god complex. I don't know. He was better than God or whatever.
There's more than one complex involved here. I don't know which one, but there's more than one.
In this regard, we today are too close to his deed in order to fully appreciate it. It is therefore incumbent upon those who come after us to draw the proper conclusion and act accordingly in this young man's memory.
Can I just give a thought of my own? Maybe the author is too close to this in order to form a proper opinion on the matter. Did the author ever consider that maybe he is too personally invested in it, that he doesn't have any objectivity on the situation?
He's so close to it, he's getting the marshmallows out.
Yeah.
Aaron Bushnell was the best of us. The worst of us are those who are currently engaged in demeaning his act and motives for engaging in it.
Hey, we're the worst. Nice.
It was a stupid act.
It was.
Free Palestine, end.
Ooh, cat agrees.
Sorry.
Thank you for that dot on the I.
That was a punctuation mark from the kitty.
Keeve's cats are pro-Palestine.
Oh, now he's saying, if you like my stuff and want to read more, make a donation. Why? If we don't donate, you won't write anymore? There you go.
Buy my book.
Buy my book. Yes.
I think we should donate so we get more of these articles for the show.
No.
I like that.
If we donate to anyone, we're donating to the Cat Congress.
That's true.
I like that all of these articles have the necessary we don't condone suicide and all that, but then they go on and say this guy was better than Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's like the voice of his generation. He's a hero. We all love him.
By the way, can you guys hear my fan at all or no?
Yeah, you're fine.
No.
All right. Okay, because my fan was going off on Tier Stream last Saturday.
By your fan, do you mean your cat?
No, my laptop fan. It was making a lot of noise on the stream, and so I had to mute.
No, you're fine.
She just swings the
All right.
cat around really fast to cool her down.
Clarice
Exactly.
takes offense.
You got like a
Shut up.
freaking cat soundboard.
Yes, I do.
That cat has great timing.
All right. Well, at the end of the first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition,
DP.
where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in those words Mad Lib style, and the chat votes on which one is best. All right, so
Okay, can you give me an example of this, because that seems kind of vague.
I don't know, like a lawyer, a Jew, whatever type of person you want.
So I don't know. Prostitute.
All right.
Oh, sorry. That might be a little too formal. Hooker.
Whichever works for you.
I can
Jack.
Oh,
spell
no.
prostitute.
What? One more time. Whore.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Skank.
No, Streetwalker.
Oh, no. Ginger. Oh, wait.
Let's go old-fashioned trollop.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Moon, I need an adjective.
Gay.
Okay. Terry, I need a person.
Well, since I've been watching so much South Park, Trey Parker.
Okay. Kiev, I need a person.
How about Nikki Haley?
Ooh. With
That's
three
a good
Ks.
choice, actually. She's going to be very funny.
With 3 Ks.
Let's see. Moon, give me a past tense transitive verb.
Sucked.
Terry, give me a person.
Since I've been watching South Park and the episode was about Jerry Sandusky and Penn State University, Jerry Sandusky.
Who the hell is Jerry Sandusky?
He was like a football coach who molested a bunch of kids.
Oh, God. Yeah, no.
All right. Okay. Okay, I lost track. Yeah, Kiev, I need a place.
A place. How about the White House?
I was actually going to say your mom's house.
No. Whorehouse? No.
Nah, that would be too easy.
I know.
And Jack, I need a living thing, plural.
Well, I can't say whores again. What's the most whorish living thing you can think of that's not a whore?
Politician.
OnlyFans model? No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Amaranth?
Politician's too on the nose. I mean, Nikki Haley. It's got to be something.
Stripper?
Well, no. It's got to be a living. A living thing isn't an occupation. It's a
Oh.
thing. See, when I think living thing, I think animal.
Didn't say bonobos.
Yeah, let's go
Monk.
baboon.
Baboons.
Baboons, plural. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Jax is the whore who sucked wolves with his hands for a president.
That doesn't even make sense.
Damn,
Well,
Kate,
maybe
that
you've got
was
a mouth
very
on your
loud,
hands, Jack.
There.
Oh, okay, now we got the
Adjust your
fan.
set.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Moons. My first time was with a gay guy, chatting with Jerry Sandusky over dinner.
How appropriate.
Yeah, let's see. Terry's. Either Trey Parker goes to the White House or democracy is dead.
God.
Facts.
Uh-huh.
And Keeves. What happens when Nikki Haley catches the baboons?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, so give me a sec to start a poll. So chat can vote on which is
Yeah,
best.
these all kind of suck.
They do.
We vote too. I can't remember.
They wouldn't be so.
Yes, we do.
Moonshocks and Terry's wouldn't be so bad, but Terry included like obscure or not really funny references to things. I mean, why Jerry Sand? Nobody's ever heard of him, Terry.
Because I've been watching South Park, and the episode I watched was about him. Well, made jokes about him. He
Hey,
wasn't in it.
we have 32 people watching and only 7 upvotes. What is
I-
wrong with you people?
You know what? I don't like any of these. I'm not voting. I'm
Oh.
abstaining.
Yep, Jack he's doing the pussy vote.
No, I mean, he's allowed to abstain if he doesn't want to vote. There's no.
We got a 3-way tie between Moon, Terry, and Kiev.
There you go.
Ah.
No one likes sucking wolves with their hands.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, I was
As opposed to using a
times in the
fork.
past. Now, see, penetrative would have worked better.
Sure.
Penetration always works better.
Well, but I've used it so many times in the past to figure it out. What the hell? We'll just go suck with that work. Or that doesn't even work either.
I went with Moons. Because, it kind of fits.
As soon as either Terry or
doesn't.
Kiev pulls ahead.
It doesn't fit because it's not funny.
Well, I mean, it does fit. Whether or not you think it's funny or not is a different story, but it does fit.
Well, looks like you guys are staying tied. So Terry
Oh.
and Kiev win.
Oh.
Yay.
Jack got 0 votes. Why don't we do golf rules? Then Jack wins.
I got 0 votes because mostly happenstance. It took skill to make that little sense.
You know, ironically, Jack, now you know what Nikki Haley feels like.
Oh.
All right. And now for our second article, we'll be taking a trip into the distant future.
Oh God, why?
America under a Trump presidency.
Yay! Oh, it did
Oh,
really
thank
well the
God.
last time. We
A
got
funny
Harry
or
Hog.
not fictional account of returning to America under Trump.
This article is 7 years too late. He was already president before.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but like, if you're looking for the funny angle on this, you guys tried that before and it backfired on you.
Now, see, this time he's going to be the dictator. Just trust us. By,
Ex Green. Oh God, this guy is ex Greenpeace.
by Harry Hogg, who is not a gay porn star.
He was born
You
in London,
related to David?
adopted, and lived in my youth on an island off the west coast of Scotland. I now live between California, Missouri, Colorado, and Scotland. I write to travel.
I'd been in this same San Francisco bar 2 years ago before Trump was returned to the presidency. At that point, I packed my family up and went to live in our home in Scotland, fortunate enough to have another home and dual citizenship. The first change came about at the arrival terminal. My green card was only valid.
Can I just say, I don't think there should be such a thing as dual citizenship.
Eh.
I don't think that should be a thing. I think that you should either be one or the other. If you give up, if you want to be a citizen somewhere else, you got to give up one.
There's a lot of countries that don't allow it for that reason. It's like, if you want to be a citizen of like that country, you must surrender all other citizenships.
Well, I got a picture of this guy, but he's not a rear or anything like that. He actually looks like somebody's potential grandfather, so he doesn't look too bad. But you know damn well that if you write on Medium, you're not exactly the most square of a person.
Mm. Yeah, he just looks like a random dude.
Oh, he
Yeah.
looks like the grandpa from Troll 2.
Not extravagant, not nothing. That's all.
The first change came about at the arrival terminal. My green card was only valid for a week's stay.
That's the same dude from the last article.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I queried and was informed that a green card was useless for staying in the country longer than a week. The second was even more challenging to understand. I entered the bar in San Francisco and asked for a Macallan.
Oh, what?
Wait. I assume it's a drink.
I have to look that up.
The barman, a burly white guy, asked to see evidence of citizenship. I showed
It's
him
12-year-old whiskey. Or
Okay.
Scotch
Scotch
whiskey.
whiskey.
I showed him my British passport and green card. This is a free tavern. Whiskey is expensive, he said. Not politely, but confrontationally. I stared at him, saying nothing. He poured me a Macallan. The new government has done away with taverns in the traditional sense. I suppose it was bound to happen if the elected leader doesn't drink alcohol. Drinks are sold only in freehold taverns, with beer and liquor sold at black market prices. Another guy entered and handed the barman a ration card, which was then stamped. Then, barman pulled him a beer from the other end of the bar, and if I knew my beer, the guy was given rot gut.
What?
I think it's just a old-fashioned way of saying shitty beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. I
Yeah,
just
that's-
want to clarify. This is all like this guy's imagination, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy sounds like he's just telling a really, really bad story.
This
So
is what's
far,
going to
yeah.
happen if Trump is reelected.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever
So
this
the
guy's
world-
smoking
so this
definitely
guy
isn't
is-
legal.
Basically, that we're gonna get like the world is gonna end out of all of this. He's not
Yeah,
actually
sure.
going to
Yes.
provide anything like evidence or anything to act that actually does with Donald Trump. He's just gonna say, "Oh well, he is a racist and a bigot and evil, and the world's gonna end."
Now, see, Trump doesn't drink, so obviously he'll outlaw all alcohol.
Oh yeah,
Cancel.
yeah. We'll have Prohibition 2.0.
God, it sounds almost as bad as socialism.
No, Jack, socialism works. It just hasn't been done right, okay?
That's true.
That's your entire month's ration, the barman told the man offhandedly.
What?
The barman returned to this end of the bar. I asked about the rationing card. That guy works in the vineyards in Napa. After 3 months, he was laid off for not working fast enough. If you're a craftsman and have no work, you're sent to the wine district or the Central Valley to work in the fields. Most
You know,
white
if you're gonna be delusional, can you at least be more entertaining about it?
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't
you're
know
a-
about you, but I'm riveted. Continue.
You're a real boring psycho. You know that you're a real boring fuck.
And this is the worst dystopia. It's kind of a hassle to buy whiskey.
Oh darn. Oh, life sucks. I can't get my alcohol. Oh my god. Life is terrible.
I mean, if it's any consolation to the author, I'm sure that he has produced more alcoholism than Trump's presidency would prevent.
Most white Americans have no idea how to do the work. So the law is if you get into trouble for petty things, you're sent to wine country or the Central Valley to learn how to work in the fields.
Central Valley, huh? What a dumbass. He can't even spell right in his own fucking fantasies.
The barman just doesn't know how to pronounce valley.
Yeah.
Got it.
They get a ration card for food, but no money. Hell, so there's no seasonal workers from Mexico?
Oh darn.
Hasn't been since the wall was finished. We got that place so tapped down a mouse couldn't get through without a permit, he said.
And this is a bad thing. Why?
I love that. Apparently, we're so dependent on the Mexicans that we need the government to send, like, people basically to gulags to pick stuff for wine.
Right. And this is all that Trump would do, right? According to this guy.
Ever since Donald Trump shut down the border, Democrat politicians haven't been able to hire anyone to clean their homes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find any place in this guy's supposedly dystopian future, that is really a bad thing. So far, everything I'm saying in my head, like, yeah, no problem.
It's,
I'm
Give
okay
me-
with everything this guy is saying.
Give me another, please, I said, pushing my glass toward him. You must have a damn good job, he said, grabbing the bottle from the top shelf. That's the maximum I can serve you as a tourist, he said, pouring my whiskey. I'll bring the tab. As he wanders to the till, I call him to give the guy a pint of beer from this end of the bar. That would cost me my job, sir, he said. Why would that be, I asked. It's the law. Alcohol is rationed. He doesn't have the work credits. I can't let him have another drink, he said, and put my tab on the bar. $300 and change. Since I was last here, the price of whiskey has risen 400%. Market demand, he said, with a shrug of his shoulder.
But before that, it had only risen 300%.
Yeah, no thanks to Mr. Biden, because those food increases are so great, aren't they?
I handed over my credit card. Sorry, he said, pointing to a notice behind the bar. No credit cards for alcohol, sir. There's a TCD in the corner, he said, looking over my shoulder.
God.
TCD, I questioned. Trump cash dispenser, he said.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I didn't even see it. But I was thinking the first two are going to be Trump and cash. But I have no idea what the D is going to be. But yeah. Trump cash dispenser.
I thought it might be Trump dollars or something, but yeah, I knew it was going to be in that vein.
This guy just needs to be kicked right in the fucking nuts several times, over and over.
Honestly,
and over again.
why are you wasting the time? This man is deranged.
Yeah, I want to know how somebody gets TDS so bad that they have to write something like this.
This is embarrassing. Honestly,
it really is.
I would be embarrassed if I wrote something this. It's not even that it's stupid. It's that it's infantile. It sounds like something a baby would write. If babies could write, this is something a baby would write.
Yeah.
This sounds like a shitty BioShock ripoff.
Yeah. This is like Fisher Price presents Orwell.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, this guy he's just got the mind of a child. And he's acting like it.
It's childish, it's boring, it's stupid. It has no basis in reality. I'm embarrassed for this man. I'm not even angry. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Well, I'm on the edge of my seat. What happened after he got the Trump bucks from the dispenser?
Will there be a surcharge? Will he be able to get another glass of whiskey?
I know, right? It's a real cliffhanger.
Everyone just kept talking. He got a third glass of whiskey. How can he afford it? He can only ration so many glasses of whiskey.
$300 for a glass of whiskey. Oh my God, it's all Trump's fault.
I pushed the credit card into the machine, and a notice appeared on the screen. I will be charged 50% for any transaction in foreign currency. My $300 was going to cost me $450.
Well, that sounds about right for now.
What came out were orange-colored American bills.
Orange. Oh my God. Of course they're orange.
I paid the barman, who demanded his 35% tip. I can't get by without tips, he said.
Wow.
There was a din going on outside. I walked
In
out.
Scotland? I thought bartenders and servers were paid living wages there.
No,
this
this is
is,
in
San
America under
Francisco.
Trump.
Oh, I thought it was in Scotland. Oh, yeah, that's right.
No.
He lives in
This
Scotland.
is a man of the
lost
world,
track.
but he's just in America now with his Scottish money.
You know, I'm nervous that Trump will get reelected. I remember all of this happening the last time he got elected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Those were the worst 4 years this country ever had.
Yeah,
I still have remnants of my old Trump bucks laying around in my home.
But yeah, they were yellow back then, but now they're going to be orange. See.
I I walked out into Union Square and observed students holding a rally against the increase in tuition fees. Suddenly,
Whatever.
several armored trucks came down Geary Street, marked with an orange letter TP, which I remember being short for toilet paper.
Oh my god.
Burn,
Can I
burn.
just note, students don't protest in North Korea. Just saying. So, at least there'd be one upside, the students would shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why
When
would
the
they
tr-
rally against tuition fees when they are always rising? Doesn't matter
I
who's
mean,
in
seriously.
charge.
Has anyone ever heard of a single student protest that didn't sound like a bunch of whiny brats?
No.
Mhm.
And
They always
also,
sound like
Kent
that.
State did nothing wrong.
No, the cops did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
was-
the cops of Kent State did nothing
Or
wrong.
was it National Guard? I forget.
Who gives a shit? They shot a bunch of pricks that deserved it.
Okay, so orange letter TP.
When the truck doors were opened, men wearing helmets and bibs marked Trump peacekeepers leapt out. They carried AK-47s.
Right, because we're turning into a communist utopia under Trump. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Students were first beaten, then carried off, and pushed into the trucks. I asked a woman wearing a hijab on her head where the students were being taken, expecting her to say a police station where they would be cited and let go. They will be taken to the Central Valley to work in the fields, she said, as if a matter of fact.
Oh my god.
Then it struck me how few women I saw in Union Square. Having rounded up a dozen or so students, the TPs didn't immediately leave the protest scene. They became boisterous and destructive, shaking down everyone standing in their way. Coming to the bar behind me, one of them came up and asked to see my papers. "Are you a citizen of our great country?" he asked. The guy reeked of trouble. He was long, broad-shouldered, with gray streaked hair below the collar of his uniform jacket. Is this going to turn into erotica?
Probably.
He wore a...
Goes through Ryan Musk jobs.
And then Trump touched me with his soft, wobbly flesh.
If it is erotica, triple X to doubt.
Yes.
He wore a silver and turquoise bracelet on his left wrist, and a gold with the letters TP engraved.
Softly, he penetrated me with his orange.
He had a scarred face, a fierce countenance, and a nose that had been broken too many times. His lips pressed against mine with... Okay. I showed my passport and green card. "Where are you staying?" he asked. "I have a home in Mendocino," I said. "You did have a home. Green card holders cannot own property in America." And scrutinizes my passport. "I see you just returned. Things have changed. We have law and order now. This home you say you have, how long since you were last there?" 2 years, I answered. "Any home owned by a green card holder not sold before January 16, 2026 will have been put under the compulsory purchase powers of the new government. If such a home were left unsold, it would belong to the government and be held under the Trump Act."
Don't you mean Biden Act? Because the way that you're speaking is the same kind of shit that you're saying these days, and it wasn't Trump that's doing it.
It will be Trump that's doing it. That's what he's saying.
I
In the
know.
future.
Generally, conservative governments don't tend to exercise an eminent domain the same way Democrat ones do.
Yeah, the Trump fascist regime is surprisingly communist.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? A new housing policy. Trump real estate under managed protection. Your home would have been placed into compulsory purchase and sold to Arab families at greatly inflated prices. "Over my dead body," I said. "Yep, that's
Okay,
happened."
dead. Kill him. Kill him.
Yeah. "Yep, that's happened," he said, laughing. "The president has the courts locked down. You'll feel safer if you become a citizen. We can protect you then." I'd give it some thought. You're a white guy, speak good English. I don't see a problem. You can become a citizen in a day under the new laws, he said, thrusting my passport at my chest.
Thrusting. Oh, yeah.
One last piece of advice. Don't provoke anyone wearing this uniform. Our powers are all-encompassing. There's been a revolutionary change, he said. He'd seemed
It was very
intimidating.
nice of this cop to explain the backstory for us, the audience.
What?
Yeah.
It's very nice of this cop to explain all the backstory for the audience.
Yeah.
Mhm. So much exposition.
This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed.
Massa Trump gonna give me a sock?
He'd seemed intimidating before, but now he was downright threatening. An old man came around the corner of O'Farrell Street, talking brashly, and pulled out and unfurled a flag from under his coat. An American flag with 50 white stars on a blue background and 13 red and white stripes. This brute of a TP immediately approached the frail, white-haired old man that a gust of wind would knock over. The TP grabbed the flag and broke it, stomping on it. Then the old man was arrested for displaying the contraband flag, but the old man wouldn't surrender. The TP pushed him to...
What does the new flag look like? Is it orange?
Of course it is. And it has a big blonde wave of hair.
I think we'll find out what the new flag looks like in our second game, in our third game rather, Poe No Gender Edition.
I wish that was a gender.
Trump. No, it'll be Trump
gender.
flag. No, it's Trump flag gender.
The TP pushed him to the ground and kicked the old man, causing blood and vomit to flood the sidewalk.
We need some actual TP then for that.
Yes.
Clean up that mess.
You fucking rhinos. But he uses rhinos like the animal, not the acronym.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that should be RINO, dumbass.
Yeah. We'll learn there's a new boss in town. Lucky for you, you're too old to send to the fields.
Wow.
Man, I want to start using that line. Lucky for you, you're too old to send to the fields. That's a badass line. The TP left the old man writhing on the floor. I ran past the brute and helped the old man. He was having trouble breathing. I bundled the old man into my car and drove him to the hospital.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
In triage, they wanted the old man's insurance card. He pulled out a TAC card, Trump Affordable Care Level 1.
Oh my god. Just the sheer amount of fucking cringe in this article.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
hard,
don't.
it's hard to
I'm
make that...
invested. I need to know how this ends.
Yes,
to make
but
that
there's
sound-
just. Go ahead, Frosted. Go ahead, finish.
It's hard to make that sound dystopian when we already have Obamacare.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The triage nurse explained they could only give him pain medication, but on TAC Level 1, they couldn't offer any nursing care. Without
Well, I guess
warning...
we shouldn't unfold that flag. then.
That sounds almost as bad as Cuba.
It's still better than Canada, though. They didn't
That's
actively
true.
kill him.
Canada. Oh, sucks to be you. Want to die?
Without warning, the curtain was flung open, and two TPs grabbed me by my arms, marched me out of the hospital, pinned me down, and penetrated me slowly, and marched me out of the hospital, threw me into the back of a truck, and drove me to the airport. Two security guards were wearing badges with TSA, Trump Security Administration,
Oh my God.
written on them, and took me to the gate wearing handcuffs. My passport was stamped undesirable and put aboard a British Airways flight to London Heathrow.
Bye.
His passport was put aboard?
I guess so.
They didn't send him?
No, just his passport.
That's kind of a dick move. Right?
You know what this is like? This is like Back to the Future Part 2. Where Biff discovers the the book of like sports records, and then gets rich, and then
this was
turns
supposed
like this. That's basically what this is. You remember how goofy that was? This is even stupider.
Okay, look at that one from Adrian Beaumont. It says, "Is it true that Trump doesn't drink alcohol?" Very something story. I candy believe he wasn't put in jail 2 years ago. I candy believe, huh?
Yeah.
Autocorrect at its finest. If one does not believe it,
Wow, that is downright scary.
Totally scary and credible. Are these people completely fucking disillusioned?
I can actually see this as the new U.S. reality in some ways if he gets elected again.
No. Oh my god, these people are dumb.
They're Delulu.
Wow. Just
My
wow.
favorite part is, as has been mentioned, Trump's already been president. So it's not like this is an unknown threat. It's going to be like, remember 2016 to 2020? Yeah, it's going to be that again.
What's really sad is that these people that are making these comments read this article and actually believe it would be canon for a second Trump president or a second Trump term.
It's kind of like it's the opposite side of the communism argument. You know, this time it will work. This time it will be a disaster.
Yes, yes.
How does this add a surreal touch? What are you, fucking retarded?
Yes.
These people are so stupid. They believe everything they read on this website. I mean, then it might as well just be every fucking article. Might as well just be preaching to the choir.
Well, yeah, of course.
What bothers
Do
me
these
most-
people?
Hoko Sports suggests that this was AI generated. I think that AI could come up with something that made much more sense than this.
What's really sad is that it seems like all of these people are just living in this big bubble that they don't escape, and they just keep talking to each other the same talking points, the same bullshit, the same crap just spewing forth, and they believe it as if it's actually happened, going to happen, or is happening. Exactly.
That's what we have to look forward to.
It's a shame you can't leave comments, because I would comment done.
You would what? You cut.
I would say, I would just say, "What are you, fucking retarded?" as a comment, and then just leave it at that. Because if that doesn't get you banned, nothing would.
No, I'd say, "I'm here from the future. You're completely right."
Yeah. Well, I can actually see why this is considered a member-only story, because you have to keep the narrative going somehow.
But
that picture right there is wrong, though. That should be Trump's face on that $100 bill.
But someday Harry Hogg will be a household name.
Yeah, what's really sad is that another picture that I saw of him, he's actually holding a young child, and I'm like, only thing he's missing is a candy van.
You can't get young children under Trump.
No, apparently not.
All right. And now, with the end of the second article, comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs. And that is the caption contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So, this week, we got Trump visiting the border and waving at the Mexicans on the other side.
Have fun storming the castle.
I wasn't sure if I should do this one or just one of Bushnell on fire, but my account might get in trouble if I posted that.
Well,
Yeah, let's see. And this is the zoo where I keep my Hispanics.
Well done,
Wow.
Well, early leader.
Oh yeah, he comes out swinging.
So when does the drone strike happen? Stand up, Greg, and wave to everyone.
Oh, that's horrible.
No, that's Biden who tells people in wheelchair to stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome live action Hungry Hippos. Some people feed ducks in a park. I have 2 gardeners across the border.
I
I
wave
waved to gardeners across the border. Let's see. Trump waving at the usual suspects from Wakanda. Next on Fox, Hot Wheels Border Edition. Keep waving. I'm going to deport you all.
Is this electrified?
Is this electrified?
A lot of good ones tonight.
Will's still winning.
Will is still winning, though. Yeah.
Give it a little bit longer.
This is a zoo where I keep my Hispanics.
Release the sharks with laser teeth. I don't see how you hate from outside of the country. You can't even get in. Ha ha. We should go to their side next time. Really fuck with them. Evil Knievel could jump this. And we are going to put the landmines over there next to the sand pit.
Oh.
I think I'll cut it off there. So, which do you guys think is best?
Hey, look, target practice.
A lot of good ones, but I think Will's wins.
Yeah, Will's got my vote.
Yeah, well.
Terry?
Oh yeah, I mean, Wells is the obvious standout.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Congrats, Will. Tier already said.
Yeah.
Hey, Wills, when can we add Piranha?
Yeah, all right. And now for our third article. Why do perfectly good white men come to the hood and beg?
What?
Huh?
Justice good? Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Please let us gentrify your area.
Yeah, because that doesn't make you sound dumb at all when your name is just a word spelled wrong.
Yeah.
So Will won, right? Just want to confirm for Ebony.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh god.
What? How bad
What
is it?
the hell did you do to yourself, woman? I mean, the pic. Oh, look, there's one of her wearing a. The
Published
picture
in
is
black
very.
like me.
The picture is very blurry, so I'm trying to find one that's not as blurry. But god damn.
And
Okay.
apparently,
I keep looking up at Braniel to see his reaction to the picture. Hasn't been posted yet.
apparently she's a motherfucker club coordinator.
All right, let's see if that picture works. Just give me. Oh, hold on a second.
Isn't it amazing how none of the people on this website have any dignity to offer whatsoever?
Yeah, you're fading out again, Jack.
I said, isn't it amazing that none of the people on this website have any dignity to offer whatsoever?
Okay.
You did it
At least
again.
doesn't have a noisy fan.
Well, I think the pregnant Goku guy had lots of dignity. I didn't have a problem with that guy.
All right,
Yeah.
here's
Beat you, silly Ginger.
here's Justice Good right here. Yeah, that's her. That's a man, baby.
It's Mr. Burns in blackface.
Are those? What's with the earrings?
Also, why is she like looking down like it's at someone she just kidnapped and they're waking up?
The picture is so creepy. The thing is, though, every picture that I've seen of this woman has almost that blurry, like the camera's shaking in her hand kind of look. There's no actual clear and really detailed picture. They all look like this, if not blurrier.
There was an article I was going to do this week where I think it would have set the record for worst photo,
Yeah.
but we'll have to wait till maybe next week.
She looks like a
Okay.
stressed out auntie.
She looks like she went to my elementary school to show us all the African instruments.
Tear says, "This is why I require a fucking warning." I looked at it and screamed.
It looks like my sleep paralysis demon. Let's see.
Hoko says hi, baby.
That's pretty fucking brutal.
All right.
Happy Williams.
And Hoko.
Hi, Hoko. Again.
Oh, you got two highs.
I will never stop marveling at the many differences in the way white people do certain things, compared to the way most black people do those same things.
And of course, she doesn't capitalize
Yeah.
white, but capitalizes black.
No, but like one of those differences is white people pay for things.
They have dads.
Yeah.
Uh, Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, the circumstances usually dictate that, but regardless, there's always a noticeable difference. Take, for instance, something that happened to me not long ago, while leaving the grocery store. A white guy stopped me as I was leaving the store. He stood just outside the entrance and he stopped me to ask if I had $3 I could give him.
$500,000.
It was at this point I realized he was 3 stories tall and was a creature from the Mesozoic era.
I was thinking the same thing.
It was so close. He couldn't have just said
Yes.
tree fitty.
I know. I was gonna say, what about that extra 50 cents?
Yep, you heard me right. He stood there panhandling, but had the audacity to set a base amount. I consider myself a generous person, and I'm constantly helping people in a monetary way, whenever my heart and spirit compel me to do it. Although I'll help a woman of any nationality much quicker than I'll help a man.
She's a lesbian.
But even men can fall into a situation where they might need some help. So yes, I've given my share of cash to panhandling men also. So what was the deal on this particular day? Did I feel especially irritated because the guy was white?
Did you get
Yes.
that warm, fuzzy feeling down there?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
Well, there you go. I was
Yeah,
right.
because you're racist. So end of article.
Yep. See you next Tuesday.
But no. We have to spend the rest of the article wording around how you're not actually a racist.
He was basically dressed neat and clean, didn't look like he was distressed, and he certainly wasn't your standard-looking panhandler. He didn't even have a sad sob story to offer as to why he
Oh.
wanted or needed the money.
Well,
I
Look,
guess
I understand that there's a certain level of poverty that I expect out of someone that I am giving money to, but you just admitted it's because he's white. So
And a
what
man.
the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
what really gets me about this stupid fucking article is that, look, honey, all you have to do, just keep walking. Just because this guy is fucking triggering you, asking for a specific amount, you know what you do? You just say, no, sorry, and then just keep going.
You know what? When
It's
if
that
I
easy.
was to see a panhandler on an iPhone, I wouldn't give him money.
No.
Or,
Well, dude, I've seen one of those guys on a freeway off ramp. I was walking by with a buddy I used to work with, and this guy, he's holding up this sign so close to his face that you can't really see anything above his nose, and yet behind, on the left hand side, behind that sign that he's holding up saying "Please help," he was on a cell phone talking. So it's
Yeah,
like, I don't think that what you have to worry about is money. You need to worry about your sense of dignity, dude.
the ones
Yo.
the ones that most annoy me are the ones where they say like 420 on their sign. It's like, why would I give you money if you're just gonna spend it on drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And,
why I don't give homeless people money anymore.
and the ones who have a pet. Like, if you're homeless, you shouldn't have a pet that you're just forcing to stay outside, and you might not be able to feed properly.
Yeah.
I mean, that one I have a little more sympathy towards, because if it's like a stray or something and you just want the company, I'm a little more sympathetic to that. But
What about if they had a child with them? I've seen that.
Yeah, if you can't take care of yourself, then you shouldn't have a pet or a child. I guess I was just supposed to give it to him, simply because he asked for it. Damn, talk about privilege. It's almost like he's a panhandler or something.
Or you could just say, no, sorry, I don't have $3 to give you. I need it myself.
Yeah. Well, you could even be as smart as and say, look, I've got exactly $2.99. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I have no doubt that whatever his negative circumstances might have been, if any, he has a whole lot more privilege and opportunity to change his situation than me, or anyone else from my community, at least from an African American perspective. But besides the color issue, I have a real problem with able-bodied men who panhandle, when they clearly don't appear to be in any type of crisis situation, immediate or otherwise.
Well, what if they lost their house in a flood or something, Anything could happen to anybody, regardless of color or able body or disabled, whatever.
No, fuck them. They shouldn't have been in a flooded house. That's their fault.
You mean a
yeah,
flood
they
of
shouldn't
privilege?
have been born white.
That's why this guy really bugged me. If he hadn't been so damn nonchalant about his request, I might have engaged him in conversation to see why he needed the money. No, yeah,
You would have walked.
This article is basically, I swear I'm not a bad person.
I don't really hate him because he's white. I just hate him because he's white and because he wasn't poor enough.
No. I don't hate him because he's white. I hate him because he's white and a man.
Yeah.
Look, if you didn't deliberately bring race into this, the article would be a lot more sympathetic. Because there are lots of reasons that you might not want to give money to a panhandler. There are people out there who won't give money at all to panhandlers, regardless of their station.
Yeah, I'm not giving you money.
Well, I mean, how many panhandlers survive all the spiders to get to your house, Terry?
Well, I mean, now I don't encounter any, but when I was working in the city, you'd come across them. They're like, no, I'm not giving you money.
Fucking you brought race into this.
I swear I'm not racist. After all, he had such a specific amount in mind. If he had a good story, I'm pretty sure I would have given the money to him. I hate specific amounts. But if you can believe it, this dude actually barely bothered to glance at me when he made his outrageous request. He was too busy looking at his cell phone, and I think he was texting. So you kind of buried the lead there.
Yeah.
Like, if you had just said, you have a cell phone, you're clearly not doing too bad, then fine.
Well, no, that's the problem. She didn't bury the lead. The lead to her is he is a white man.
Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to care that the guy has a phone, but yeah, he's white and he's a man. And he named a specific number.
Yes.
Specific numbers are racist.
But actually, I've heard a reason why they ask for a specific number. It's usually a bit more awkward than $3, but the idea is to get you to pull all the change out of your pocket, and then they say, "Can I have the rest of it too?"
Not tree fitty, 13.50.
Yeah, but they'll usually be like, "Can I have $3.25?" And then like to give them that, you have to pull all the change out of your pocket, and then once they see how much change you've got, they're like, "Oh, can I have the rest of it?"
I mean, it would be kind of funny to ask a black woman for $13.50. The nerve. I realize now that the reason he chose to ask for $3 and not the customary $1 that I'm used to hearing requested is because of his white man education and finance. No doubt he went to some school of privilege where he actually learned and understood that it takes just as much effort, if you could call it that, to ask for $3 as it does for $1.
Well, that's true.
I'm sure that they taught him that at panhandling school.
I mean, it's true that it requires the same amount of effort, but the more money you ask for, the fewer people are going to be willing to give you that much. Like, it doesn't take any extra effort to say, you got $1 million I can have, but no one's going to give you $1 million. It's not about the effort it takes to ask.
See, black people are too dumb to realize that $3 and $1 have the same number of syllables. Apparently, only white people know that.
Thanks to their privileged education.
Yeah. He probably concluded that either I'd turn him down flat, I'd decline to give him 3 but decide I could give him 1, I'd for whatever reason actually give him the whole $3. From a financially savvy white man mentally, 2 out of 3 of those odds weren't bad, so why not go for it?
Because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You have a lovely voice.
Thank you. Also, how does she know he went to school? Like college? Is that what she means?
Because he's white.
Yeah, and a man.
Oh.
And
He
he
doesn't
said,
look homeless.
I just like the idea that she... I just like the idea, like he says $3, it's like, wow, you had a good education. Final thoughts. After this unusual encounter, it got me to thinking and musing over the subject of how much the same and yet different that we humans tend to be. White men don't panhandle like black men do, and more than likely it's because they don't need it as much.
We're
Whoa,
two
whoa,
different
he needed-
species.
No, he needed it more. He was asking for 3 times as many as the black people were asking for.
Yeah. If they did, they'd know they can only rake so much from the poor black neighborhoods and take their asses back across town to beg.
Sorry.
What about Asian men?
No, there
they
are
have the
no
highest-
Asian beggars.
Don't they have the highest median income in this country?
Oh.
The blacks and Asians get along notoriously well.
White men don't
Yeah.
rape you afterwards.
Wow. Let's see. Okay. One thing about it, this was definitely one time that I didn't walk away from a panhandler feeling really low about the issue of poverty in my community. I won't lie, that dude really annoyed the fuck out of me.
Okay, God bless.
He was a fucking panhandler. Get over it.
But at least he gave me a good laugh for the rest of the day. Thanks for
Yeah.
reading.
Haha, poor
Hey,
white
it
man.
sounds
That's
like
hilarious.
it sounds like he made you insane.
Like with the phone thing, maybe he's not homeless, I don't know. But I love that this ends with, so I laughed at a homeless guy. But I swear I'm not racist and I'm not a bad person.
Sorry, I was, for whatever reason, it just popped into my mind in Family Guy when they were so Cleveland got the shit kicked out of him. And
Wait,
it's,
Moon, you cut out.
Minority suspect, danger.
You
He's
cut-
got a gun.
You cut out, Moon.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about the Family Guy episode where
Ah.
Cleveland was being shown in the police van.
Oh,
And it actually dropped a gun on him and then it said minority suspect.
I don't remember that. What does she mean by perfectly good white men?
Oh.
Does she mean privileged or nice
Yeah,
or
she
what?
means there's you're not poor enough to be begging in a black neighborhood, basically.
Yeah. Like I said, if she had just said he was wearing nice clothes and he had a cell phone, that would be a perfectly reasonable reason to say
Yeah.
no. But no,
Yeah.
her
He was asking for too much. He had clothes, or he had nice clothes. He had a cell phone. He didn't act poor enough, which, I mean, obviously. I mean,
Maybe he just
a lot,
became
but-
homeless, like
See,
was
to
really
me-
homeless.
He asked for money is reason enough for me to say no.
Yeah.
man, I really wish I could just comment I need about Tree Fitty.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, those are all legitimate reasons. He's white and male. I mean, obviously, it's your money. You can do what you want with it, but you're still kind of a scumbag.
Also the male part, like, which gender do you think makes up the majority of homeless people?
Well, don't you know that 1 in 4 homeless people is a woman, and that needs to be fixed?
Gotta get those numbers down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time for the final game, and that is Poor No Gender Edition.
Where we finally get to see this Trump flag.
Can you imagine if someone submitted like a MAGA gender to that website?
Oh, that would blow everybody's mind, and they would be considered racist somehow.
Oh, the site would have to be taken down for
Jen-
hate speech.
Yes.
But
Frosted, gender A, MAGA gender.
Wait. It's a wiki, right? So you could sign up and submit MAGA gender as a gender.
yeah, but it's like, what are you gonna do? Deny my gender? You freaking homophobes!
Exactly. Yeah. But like, unironically, yes. What could they do?
They would
Deny
say
your,
that's not a legitimate gender. You
But how
are
could they deny your
denying
experience?
the existence. You are denying the experience of the people who have 60 FPS gender.
No. But they're denying your gender. So they're the bigots. You should
Your
kick them off their
gender's
own
not
website.
real.
Who are you to say my gender's not real?
Your gender offends my gender.
All right.
Omniverse gender.
So this is where I take 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIO wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one.
Mental gender.
All right. Gender A. Mannequin.
What?
Oh,
Other-
jeez.
Other kin gender connected to mannequins or other artificial human forms.
Oh my god. Wow. Did somebody just watch that movie recently and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna make a gender like that.
See, I was hoping it would be completely unrelated to mannequins, and it'd be like a wizard gender that like needs mana to cast its spells, and it just happens to spell man.
It's spelled like MANAKIN and stuff,
Yeah.
stuff like that, yeah.
All right. Gender B. Beta gender.
Oh, that's everyone on the site.
Yeah.
Xenogender described as a beta test of another.
No. That's beta cuck gender, thank you.
All right. And gender C. Angel meatic.
What?
Gender identity related to angels, meat, angels eating meat, and angel meat itself.
What?
Oh my god.
Wow, these people are.
So, give me a sec.
I'm pretty sure that Braniel just broke a fuse.
You know, I think that the first one I think is fake personally, because the last 2 they sound too real to be fake, and the first one is probably just a Poe that Frosted had to make up just so he can say the mannequin and spell it differently.
Can I just say, I've known Braniel for a long time. Things that befuddle him don't come along very often. But this show...
All right, so I'm starting to poll in the chat, so the chat can get in on it. And don't forget, one of the options is that they're all real.
Angel Meat sounds like a black metal band.
Okay, if you did see Frosted, you were a fucking genius.
Yes.
And I know that you're a genius. You've proven yourself a genius many times over. But that's fucking next level right there.
I'm still waiting for the day when we just see male, female.
Well, he's done that. He's done that.
Yeah, I did man.
Oh no! I'm just waiting for it just to say male, and watch that one be the fake one.
All right, so
if it is C Frosted, I'm gonna ask that you reread that definition after the fact because it's a thing of beauty.
all
Well,
right, so,
I can see the flag for C to be like a halo around the stake.
so which one are you going with, Jack?
I'm gonna go with A because C is ridiculous and B is I can very easily see there being such a thing as a beta gender.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I'm going with A also.
All right, Terry.
I'll go B.
Okay, Kiev.
All real, as I always pick.
And Braniel.
What do you say?
He said C.
Said C because it broke his brain.
That angel's got some good meat on it.
Angel.
All right, looks like the chat, A and all real are tied. Yeah, give it like 5 more seconds.
I'm surprised Terry didn't pick C because wouldn't that be the one you most hope was real?
That's true. I do hope that one's real.
All right, well, I'll end it there. So it looks like the chat went with A. All right. And the answer is A is fake.
Oh yeah! Good job, Jack.
So that's right,
Rigged.
Braniel. Angel Medic is real.
Now the question for you, Frosted, is how did you come up with that one?
I don't know. It just came to me.
Yeah,
It's gonna. I'm just imagining like Braniel late at night, midnight, tossing and turning in his bed. Angel Medic.
no, but like, how did Frosted come up with mannequin? I mean, it's a fairly straightforward pun. Most of the genders end with like choric or kin or some or gender. So it's like, what's a word that like someone might have said the word mannequin is like, hey, that kind of sounds like a gender. Like it's
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Does mannequin hate sand?
Yes.
All right. So let's see. Let's look at the flags. So let's see. Beta gender, I couldn't find a flag, so I had to make one up.
yeah. It's just a picture of Steve Shives.
That's all it'll be is just a picture of Steve
Yes.
Shives.
Who is that?
Oh, you dickhead! That's you asshole!
What?
That's my man Garrett right there. Oh, how could you do that?
Are you going to deny Garrett's sexuality?
No. Garrett, call me.
All right. And there's Angel Medic, which is way too boring for that gender.
Yeah.
Although I do have to say that is now my favorite flag. That's boring.
It is.
Matt.
It's not even an angel or meat on the flag.
No,
I'll give him credit. It's not plain stripes. It's kind of got like a fade out thing going on.
I don't care. I like the first one because it's got my man in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed though. Angel Medic should be better.
Beta.
It's looking a tad bloody. Yes, I agree. That kind of looks like. Ew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't take my eyes off of Garrett Hedlund.
You could have done so much cool stuff with Angel Medic.
Yes, you are
Like I'm
right.
just thinking like angel eating a steak.
Yes,
All
you
right.
are the side piece now, Tier. Sorry, Garrett.
What are you
Garrett
singing over there, Terry?
What's that?
What were you singing over there?
Oh, Beta as Fuck by Jonathan Mann. It is such a hilarious song because it's meant to be like making fun of the people who hate feminism, but it ends up making fun of themselves. Even worse.
Now, the left is notoriously good at memeing, as we all know.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So,
I love it whenever the left is like, we can't do meme, and then they post a meme saying why they're actually good at memeing, and it looks like a leftist meme.
So,
Big
did you
block of
actually make the
text.
stripes on that one, Frosted, or did you just borrow that from somebody else?
I just put his photo over like a bi-gender flag or something.
You done good. You done good.
I wonder what would happen if you typed in these genders into an AI image generator.
They'll probably just quote from the wiki because all it does is scrape the internet for information.
Tear is the other woman.
Moon's got a bit of chocolate on the side. All right.
So bitter. Don't be so bitter.
Now time for our final article. And it's time for a visit from an old friend.
You do a cat
Oh,
combo,
no.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That's right, Trina Wade again.
Here we go.
What you got on my nice?
What?
So nice is a noun now, huh?
It might be niece, but she spells it that way multiple times.
Wow.
Oh, she's from the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
You'd have to be to spell like that, or James Cawley.
So,
Um,
I have figured out something important, that someone who is monitoring my Neuralink is running an extortion racket when people wet snitch on themselves when they are being Nazis. My Chihuahua, Sassy Girl, was given Neuralink at some point.
my Chihuahua.
So, yeah, you might be
My
able to
Chihuahua.
you might be able to figure out the reason for the stream's title now.
Yes.
Let's see. And since I adopted my dog from a listing on Craigslist from a woman named Abigail, spelled her name wrong, whom I found out may be related to Lance Laws, and she either works at or with the FBI Miami, and they might be running an extortion operation with certain people who may be tied to the mafia. I have been accused by a Filluminati copycat of being an extortionist roach. Since these fakers cannot come up with anything remotely original, nor are they funny, I believe there is a crypto wallet either on my Neuralink or the dog's, which they do extortion demands coming from me, when it is actually a catfish, and Sebastian, Dominic, Lance, or one of the most annoying people alive, the Terracell who follows me around everywhere.
Aw, snizzity snap.
Snizzity snap.
All right. And this is the most important part, so I want you to listen closely.
Okay.
If
Okay, well,
anyone-
before you go any further, on her X page, it just says, "I need money, not feelings."
Yeah.
And I got a picture of her too. So give me 1 second.
Also,
If
can
Ed-
you guys still hear my fan, or is it quiet now?
No, you're fine.
That's
Okay,
fine.
There you go. Picture in chat.
Hey, let's step on his line some more.
If anyone receives an extortion demand from me, don't pay the dog.
What?
This is just pure unadulterated schizophrenia.
That was the line that cemented this article for me.
Yeah.
If anyone receives an extortion demand from me, don't pay the dog, and instead contact the Public Corruption Unit of the FBI.
Oh, that's right. You have to contact the FBI. I forgot.
I suspect the Miami-Dade police and all of the local police forces are involved with a Cisco certification fraud and reward points fraud scheme. Just in case you did read the article in the Miami Herald, the Miami-Dade police purchased a private jet because they became a tech hub and got paid so many whistleblower awards just for stalking people with no warrant. And that is completely a middle finger in the face of any sort of ethics.
I wonder
I
if the
believe that
FBI.
there's all this fraud and corruption. We were playing a game where they were stealing tickets for the number 9 to get into the afterlife. I'm sure this is exactly the same problem.
There you go. This is all Grim Fandango related.
Yeah.
Hey, I wonder if the FBI has like blocked her number by this point.
I don't know why.
No, it's not even that. She's calling like a Wendy's or something, and she's saying, "Is this the FBI?
You guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Is this the FBI?
I cannot access
Don't pay my dog." Sorry.
I cannot access the crypto wallet to begin with. It's just Sebastian paying himself, either pretending to be extorted or paying me for using my intellectual property, when here this terror cell owns the wallet. Once again, please contact me directly on X to discuss payment of my already stolen intellectual property at Trina the Truth 3, where I skeet about Elon Musk, whom I have blocked, the Trump family, entertaining for the devil in hell, and serious public corruption.
Skeet.
Frosted, I hate to interrupt you here, but I must ask, did you look up this lady's Twitter profile?
Not yet. But
I'm surprised.
I'm gonna have to.
Is Trina the Truth 3 her Twitter handle?
That's what she says it is.
Oh, it is. Yep, it is. She's only got 176 followers, so
Only?
yeah. Well, at least she's not like some
Good God.
popular bitch. What?
Oh,
She's got almost as many subscribers as me, and she's a crazy schizophrenic bitch.
oh, fuck. Do you think she would come on the show?
That would be awesome.
Oh, you should ask.
It is tempting.
There, just posted the link to her Twitter chat.
Frosted, I'm serious. Don't invite a schizophrenic person on your show.
Yeah.
It's
right.
not good.
Followers.
It won't end well. Nothing good can come of this, Frosted.
I have heard much bitching and complaining about me being mean when I'm literally tortured all damn day and pushed to commit a mass shooting by the most narcissistic people alive, who are only worried about their reputations and ruffled ego feathers. My friendship is, in fact, for sale, but I'm not lying to law enforcement at all, nor committing perjury. So what you got on my nice? Seriously, when I was employed, I had 3 stipulations from my nice, and I was paid to be a certain way to people by my employer. I won't violate the law, company policy, nor my sanity ever. Yeah, about that last one.
I just looked at this lady's Twitter account. It is the best Twitter account of all time. So I encourage you all to follow her on Twitter.
Can you like forward me a tweet at some capacity, Terry? Because I got a sub to this lady. This is amazing. This is amazing.
I'm just looking and it says, why is Daniel Gill, Hollywood producer, saying on Neuralink, you are not allowed to become Jewish when I already converted?
So let's see.
Oh my
Follow. Notifications on.
It's fantastic.
Let's see. Okay. It's baffling to me why these people are asking me why is she so mean. I will not commit a mass
Axing you. You mean axing you.
Yes.
I will not commit a mass shooting as directed by these dummies. But I'm really at the point where I'm going to buy a can of Raid and spray in their face if they start up with me, behaving so roachily.
Bust a spray can cap in they ass.
Yeah.
I never forgive everyone. Please hit up Jesus for that. I would never pay $1 for any sort of friendship. I basically hate most people to begin with. And I'm not
Girl,
bound
bye.
I knew this person was all right.
and I'm not bound to any extortion demands like switching identities with anyone. I
Girl, bye.
basically got 000 on your petty ass butthurt fees and do not give a fuck about popularity at all. I do appreciate the 25 possible intellectual property thieves / followers and the insurance dusties too good to follow lowly me on here, getting their day ruined by my writing. Thank you. Please subscribe and share.
Well, yeah, you have under 200 followers on Twitter, and you've been on there since January of 2012. So I know you can't. I know you don't really care.
Let's get those numbers up, people.
Yeah,
I'm following her.
It's funny that Evolved Potato is making fun of Jack not having enough followers on Twitter.
I honestly don't care. The only reason I even have a Twitter in the first place is because that's the only place I can really contact Terry.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Terry and maybe Jack Cochran, I would not have a Twitter.
I actually tried to add the word roachily to Urban Dictionary, and they would not allow me to allow the word because some illiterate insurance asshole or trailer landing know-it-all wants to become famous on stolen intellectual property from Neuralink, spyware placed on my head by the health insurance industry. This is what happens when people...
Maybe I can add it. I've added stuff on Urban Dictionary before.
See, I think this is an excellent author for the simple reason it should convince everyone not to get Neuralink.
This is what happens when people without it...
Can I just ask what does she think Neuralink is?
Apparently
Well,
they
Does
put
she-
it in
does she-
dogs.
Neuroses.
Does she have like a fork she like taped to her head or something?
Well, whatever it is,
This
it's
is
making
my
her act like
Neuralink!
this.
Don't
Well,
go
what-
stealing my Neuralink!
Whatever it is, it's making her act like this, so no one should get it.
If I grip my teeth a certain way, I can pick up radio stations in my fillings. This is what happens when people without a GED are put in charge of anything and get fake educations from any identity fraud ring. I found out on Chip Chisme
Eh?
that neither Galen nor Lance even have a high school education and are involved with criminal activity like drug and human trafficking, along with the fact they have government connections. I hear William Tobin with his prick cop attitude saying she thinks her shit don't stink. It doesn't in comparison to him, and mine smells like Chanel No. 5 compared to this shit show of Illuminati dummies. Leticia Gonzalez and her group of garbage-ass friends are really lame, and they have using dated slang, and I had to hear "Why you bullshitting" for the first time since 1994. Jack apparently still says beeswax in lieu of the word business, and not after every original thought, just to pretend my Neuralink feed is theirs to commit intellectual property theft, and they are probably having a computer fraud expert backdating my postings when my writing and comedy are original.
So why are you stealing her Neuralink, Jack? She's blaming
Yeah.
you right here, right now. What are you
Mm.
doing?
I had no idea.
And why do you still say beeswax?
I thought it was just a regular fork.
How much money did you give to the dog, Jack?
I don't know. Stop asking me questions.
Where's my money,
It's an
Denny?
inside job, I tells ya.
Filluminati Nazi haters shitting on real talent and flagging with my original work. Flagging is an old word from Duval County that I did not make up, and it needs to make a comeback because it means pretending something is yours when it is not. Just like when people take a picture next to a fancy car pretending it's theirs, or photoshopping themselves in a picture of themselves in a fancy luxury vacation location.
Well, there you go. I learnt a new word.
Yeah, and it's a word from Duval County. That county is known for its words.
The word flog apparently is short for camouflage, but that's not really the same thing, is it?
Are we allowed to use it outside of Duval County?
It depends.
Well,
Do you
I'm
have a
going-
GED?
Yeah.
I'm going to flog my little heart out, and they can't stop me.
I'm going to go flag with the dolphin. All right. I'm flexing and they're flagging. Flexing is showing what you do have, and flagging is what you don't. The Filluminati really needs to back the fuck off. Another haiku for everyone, because I am seeing God via my own annoyance every 5 minutes by everyone at this point. Saying not after everything is lame. Roland still says psych. Why you bullshitting? It is 2024, dummies.
I mean that at least is true. It is 2024, dummies.
Current year.
And clap for that. And a couple
now I
of
got
those.
snakes on my phone. Is all I can see.
I would just like to point out that William Burroughs wrote the book Naked Lunch in part by, or at least part of his literature, by taking pages that he had written and then cutting them apart and then taping them back together, which I think may be how this author writes literally everything.
And we read the whole article. I still don't know what a nice is.
It's when they're 69 or something.
Is she talking about like Nice, France?
No. It's when they're 69 or something.
Yeah.
That's a nice.
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 All right. So everybody in chat, do not pay the dog. That is like the new Nigerian prince. It may seem
The
legit,
dog,
but it's not.
if the dog asks for money, do not give money to the dog.
All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight. And I'll take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. So, I Like Boobs has Quippers United on his channel, Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. He also sometimes streams games with Terry that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
I would just like to point out that this evening has felt remarkably Grim Fandango-less.
True.
Jeez, you complain when I skip a week, you complain when I don't skip a week.
There's just no pleasing some people.
Man.
Yeah.
Nope.
Eh.
All right, let's see. Moon has
Ooh,
has
Answer.
yeah, that too.
not for long, hopefully.
Well, yeah, that's something
I mean,
else.
there's two ways he could not have cancer anymore. I'm hoping for the good one.
Yeah.
He has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer, and he also has his GoFundMe to help with his cancer treatment, which is which is pinned in the chat. And
We
it
are
should be,
we're just a skosh shy of upwards of 2,000, so it's
Nice.
up there.
have you tried asking black women for $3?
There you go.
Anybody know any black women I can ask for $3?
And
Have any?
I don't know any black women with $3, but I do know that there is this dog.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't give the money to the dog. Whatever you do with the $2,000, don't give it to the dog.
What you got on my nice?
Terry is on Six is Sober streams. He's on Hammers and Mr. Adams Minions nights. He's on Tears Midnight streams. He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. Let's see. He's in Edvard Monk's painting, The Stream. Yeah, that's right. That's a culture joke. All right.
Well, I don't know who else got it, but I thought it was funny.
Let's see. Is that everything?
There's this loser that when you don't stream, he makes me play Grim Fandango.
Yeah.
And he got the joke.
All right. And anything you want to show, Kiev?
I sometimes post singing videos on my channel and other miscellaneous stuff.
All right. You
Yep.
can put the link in the chat if you want.
All right.
So let's see. We should be back next week. I don't think there's any reason we can't. So we'll see you again next week, the same times, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And don't forget to donate to Moon's GoFundMe.
Yes,
Because
please.
we don't want to cut short his torture on this stream.
No.
That's true.
No. And therapy is very expensive.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Oops, wrong screen. Nope. Okay, there we go. I got it.